The calendar may say autumn, but temperatures are still pretty sweltering here in North Florida. But the good news, the radar is clear. Still, hydration will be key today at TIAA Bank Field in Jacksonville. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Las Vegas Raiders and the Jacksonville Jaguars. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. They'll start on the ground with Gore. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. 4 yards the result on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
2nd and 6 at the 29-yard line.
And they'll work from the 29 on 2nd and 6. Here's Gore now, running out of the gun. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. That one good for a gain of 13 for Jacksonville and a first down. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, said he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to him.
Fournette a first down carry, but he'll get only a couple before defenders are there to meet him.
The tackle.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
Now on second down, this is Gore. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8.
It's now 3rd and 8.
They'll need to get this to the 38. That's where the first down marker is here on 3rd. Out of the gun is Minshew. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. Touchdown, Jaguars. Laviska Shenault, his first touchdown on the year. And the Jags have taken the early lead. And this is up and good. The score now 7-0 Jaguars.
The score, Jaguars 7, Raiders nothing.
And Lambeau now after the touchdown. He'll kick this one away. And this carries into the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21.
21-yard line.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. Throw left side complete. That's Lloyd. The 30. 10. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. A big play there. 79 yards. And the Raiders, they're within an extra point of tying this thing up. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. Taken in the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
The Jaguars take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments. Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
I know this may be jumping the gun a little bit, but 7-7, they're flinging it around like crazy. Look at the drive that's going on here. Partner, we may have to start thinking about one of these defenses just holding someone to a field goal and maybe trying to get an advantage that way.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Gore. And the hole closes quickly. He gets it across the 35 to the 36-yard line. It was Maurice Hurst who got him down.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
From the 36, Minshew. This is Chenault on the receiving end. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. It's a first down on a gain of 10. A couple of first downs to kick off the drive. Here's 1st and 10 up at the 46. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
4-yard line.
Behind the chains, 2nd and 13. Minshew sets to throw. They'll roll him out right. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Max Crosby. He's the culprit, dropping him for a 2-yard loss.
2 sacks last week, another one right here. He's been unblockable lately, and I think that goes all the way back to not just his offseason, but the film study he's been doing during the week, because I think he's found matchups that he likes, and he's capitalizing.
And a few times he's even defeated double teams. He doesn't care at this point. And this won't be enough. A good secure tackle, and they stop him a few yards shy at the 46.
It's 4th down.
The offense staying out. They're going to go on 4th and 2. From the gun, Minshew to throw. And they will take over possession of the football at their 42-yard line.
Offensively, when you see cover 2, the thought has to go through the quarterback's head. Drive the football when making throws. It's not just the deep guys covering. It's the guys underneath you have to be careful of. Drive your throw. Otherwise, you see what results? Interceptions.
First rep of the game for Josh Jacobs. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down.
First down, Las Vegas.
7-7, our score after 1.
Score tied 7-7.
They'll look to throw now on first down. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Lloyd. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25.
It's a gain of
25 yards that time.
And a Las Vegas first down.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And it's caught. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. This game not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's first and goal. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders.
The ball carrier.
Josh Jacobs, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Raiders have taken the lead. That almost looked too easy, and I think thanks goes to the offensive line for making it look easy.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one. I'm not sure how much everyone understands the preparations that go into a game for an offensive line, because there's a reason that running backs and quarterbacks give them big gifts at the end of the season after a big year. The consistency and the continuity it takes to know each other and execute their blocks is pretty impressive.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula that got them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they can get this game tied up.
At the 28.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. They run with Gore out of the shotgun. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. 12 yards there and a first down. The CD a lot of times like to separate speed and quickness, and they've got a back that's both. We know that he's fast in the open field, but, man, his first step is so quick, too.
It is something, isn't it? Because you think of that type of speed getting to the perimeter and turning upfield, but also when you run those inside runs, he can get into the secondary so fast, the linebackers don't have a chance to react.
On first down, it's Gore. And some space here. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. That's a 12-yard gain now on back-to-back plays.
Partner, in our years together, we've never really run into a player that's admitted a doubt or a lack of confidence, right? But right now, I'm just wondering about that interior line, because on defense, they're starting to get manhandled at the point of attack. Do they have it in them to figure a way to reverse the tide? Because right now, they're running the ball at will.
15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. On first down, Gore down to the 30 after a gain of 3.
Another carry for the run.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. Was that 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive, and like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. And now a throw here secured by his running back out of the backfield.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
They'll try to throw for it with Minshew. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he will have the first down across the 20 to the 19-yard line.
First and 10 at the 19.
It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs. Back to the ground game here. Gore. He'll get forward for 3 down to the 16-yard line.
Back again, the ball carrier.
Well, it wasn't much of a gain, but we're getting near the 2-minute warning. So maybe they just want to get to that point, regroup, and decide what they want to do the rest of the half.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter, 14-7. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. It'll be a gain of 4. And that'll lead here to a 3rd down.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far, but on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. So I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone, get you 6?
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it. And it took the ball off course. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. And his throw here is incomplete. It was Teron Johnson that time who had that play covered from the start.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent. And that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
Looking left sideline, it's complete. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. A Raider 1st down, 17 yards.
And a Raider 1st down.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. The tackle made by the linebacker, Joe Schobert.
That's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when they go.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. It's C.J. Henderson picking it off. And his guys are going to get the football at their own 47-yard line.
Intercepted.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of 6s back-to-back. What a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Now Minshew. A dump off here for Gore. And a gain of 4 gets him right to the midfield stripe. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. Now they'll try to convert on 3rd and 6 after the 4-yard completion. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. They'll let this go for the end zone. Well, that ball is caught by D.J. Chark for the Jags touchdown. D.J. Chark, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And once again, the Jaguars are back out in front. It's good, and they'll take a 17-14 lead.
Jaguars 17, Raiders 14.
And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. Taken about 7 yards deep.
The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. We're down 3, under a minute to go. How aggressive are you going to be in this spot?
Not as aggressive as I probably would want to be. only down 3. I mean, it might as well be even going into the half. That's not a deficit that makes me want to push it and potentially make a mistake in this situation and cost myself even more points.
But, boy, getting into field goal range and tying it, that's tempting.
Awfully enticing. You almost talked me into it.
Second and 5. And the Jags get to him as down he goes. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Not wanting to risk another sack, they'll play it safe with a run. And he'll be brought down at the 28, and that is well short of the first. Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. This is taken at about the 14. A good kick that time, but also a pretty good 15-yard return. And control of the football, switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play, because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what you're facing. You're facing a loosened up secondary, playing a lot deeper than normal. So even if you run some type of misdirection, you're only going to fool them for a second or so. And guess what? They're so deep, they're really not going to be out of position. Take the knee, get to the locker room.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Looking to throw it. Minshew. That'll be incomplete with 9 seconds now showing on the clock. Jonathan Abram able to make the play defensively.
Brings up 3rd down and 8 yards to go.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. This time they stay on the ground. And he will be very close to a 1st down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with 4th down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say we'll see what happens. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And now where will the side judge stop his walk? That's the question. He says it crossed out of bounds at about the 17-yard line. So we've hit halftime, just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. As we send you a couple hours south of here to Orlando, that's where we check in with a coach and our EA Sports halftime report. Taken about 7 yards deep. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. In trouble, and he's taken down. Eddie Goldman never giving up. He works his way to the QB for a loss of 12. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
And his throw is going to be incomplete. The linebacker, Miles Jack, able to knock that one away.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating the defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
He'll let this go deep for Ruggs. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man-on-man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. This will be taken at the 10. A very good punt, but a 16-yard return. And the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
Hey, how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. They keep it on the ground. This time it's Fournette. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down and 7.
Here's Minshew. They go with a screen to Gore. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards. They couldn't ask for much more to this point in the second half. A gorgeous day, one-score game. 1st and 10 here. They run. It's Gore. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
At the 50-yard line.
2nd and 11 now. Now back to throw. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. Pass. Nothing on the screen that time. Now it's 3rd down. Now they couldn't get anything going there out of the right side of the flat of the swing pass.
And didn't we have a discussion with their staff about wanting to get the backs more involved in the passing game? Huge emphasis for this game, but obviously the defense had other plans and really made a nice play.
Minshew throwing on 3rd down. Dancing to his left. He may try and run for this. The scramble good for a nice gain of 10 yards, but still 4th down.
I like this effort there. He got it done on his own. But let's face it, he puts defenses in a really stressful spot when he takes off and runs because a lot of guys have coverage responsibilities.
Good job of rallying, though, because I thought when he first took off, he might pick up the 1st down. Too long for a field goal, too short to punt. That in-between range, and they'll go for it on 4th down. They'll go with a big bang Fournette. And he's going to have the 1st down yardage to the 35. Well, they deemed it 4-down territory, and they got 4 yards to pick up the 1st.
10 at the 35-yard line.
The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Back to the workhorse today. It's Gore. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive. Because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. second down. Here's Fournette. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. A gain of just a yard, but it's a first down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive they went 3 and out.
Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up 1st and 10.
64,
Here's Gore. And give him about 3 as he gets it down to the 22-yard line.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
They'll stick to the ground game with Gore. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 11 yards there, first down.
1st and 10 at the 11-yard line.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Now we're 1st and 10 at the 11. Now it's Gore. And here he'll get it down to the 7. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to...
And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Leonard Fournette. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Jaguars add 6 to their lead. Getting your back involved, what's the importance there in the passing game?
Well, oftentimes you can create mismatches because who's going to cover, and you get him into space, which is where he likes to operate with the ball in his hands. Oftentimes makes people miss, gets that run after the catch, and off he goes.
And into the end zone. Taken about 7 yards deep.
The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And the script really is flipped for them. The momentum on the other sideline, and now they have to try and battle back from a 2-score deficit. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. He sets to fire deep. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now left side on the swing pass. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. You're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
And he's going to be stopped short of a first down as they'll get to him at about the 33. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up a 4th down.
2 yards on the play.
He'll look to throw. And he finds a man with a crossing route. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down.
Raiders.
1st and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look. They'll run on first down. It's Jacobs, and he works his way forward for about 4 up to the midfield stripe.
He was taken down at the 50-yard line.
2nd and 6. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Got his connection complete to Ruggs. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 38-yard line. That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a first down there. 3 tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Flush to his right. And he's going to keep it here. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run. On first down, Jacobs. He's got the first down inside the 10, and he'll finally be taken down at the 2-yard line. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Here's Jacobs. And he's over the line and in for a Raider touchdown. Josh Jacobs with his second touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Raiders have cut it back to within a score. It's up and good, and this now becomes a 24-21 ball game.
Jaguars 24, Raiders 21. Aldrich Rosas set to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. Taken about 7 yards deep. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Their lead back down to 1 score after the touchdown a moment ago. First down's a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8.
From the 22, here's 2nd and 8. And he'll let this one go deep for Chark. He's got a man, complete.
And that was way too
touchdown, Jaguars. DJ Chark, 78 yards. And the Jaguars are able to widen their lead.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his 2nd touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. Fielded in the end zone. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
Their own 25-yard line.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He'll let this go. And that's caught inside the 35. And they finally get him down, but not before he reaches the 34.
41-yard gain.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. He'll get the first down and more inside the 20. And he'll finally be taken down at the 18. 16 more on that one and another first down. Of course, remember, you need a touchdown here and a field goal.
Doesn't matter the order, but they have to get it done and get it done fast.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Oh, he can't hang on. That was a dream chance for any D lineman to possibly get a pick. But instead it falls down incomplete.
2nd and 10.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Good positioning, and it's picked off. Then he'll take it all the way up near the 30-yard line. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape, he's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play.
It's 2nd and 8 at the 31-yard line.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Another carry now for Gore. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line.
Now that's a nice play. Got me fired up, partner. But can they do it back-to-back plays? All the training that you go through as a defense for these situations, when you have to get the ball back, everything you go through, holding up the runner, raking at the football, getting to the passer, knocking it out of his hands, whatever way, they have to get the ball back.
Now can they stand tall again for a huge fourth-quarter stop? On third down, they'll run with Gore. And a pretty nice tackle there, ranging up from his free safety spot as he'll stop him about a yard short. Now the Raiders going to burn their third and final timeout as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. Here's Jamie Gillen now as he'll punt it away for the second time. 44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. And this will be taken at the 13. A nice job getting free on the return for 13 yards. And the Raiders will take over now 1st and 10. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they can't get ahead of themselves. They know that they need to score quickly.
Yep, two-score game.
Onside kick and get the ball back and then score again, but they can't worry about the last 2 points. The only thing that matters is scoring quickly, then they'll take it from there.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off at the 28. Boy, so another interception, CD. It feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his second season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30.
At the 30-yard
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
brings up 2nd and 8.
Again they run. Again it's Gore. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5.
He was brought down by Trayvon Mullen. That's a gain of 5. Brings
On third down. Gore. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. 31. Well, I know at points in this one you wanted to close your eyes because of all the points that were being put on the scoreboard. You're a defensive guy, but it was a fun little track meet, wasn't it?
It was, and you know the people who really enjoyed this game? They're the ones that like going to batting practice at the Major League Baseball parks, right? Seeing the 14-11 game, that sort of deal. That's right up their alley with what we saw in this one.
So for the Jaguars, that early momentum continues here as they move to 4-0.
And they'll get to stay home again next week as Washington comes to town. Meanwhile, for Las Vegas,
they'll sink now to 0-4. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head to L.A. to take on the Rams. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.